Hey, what's up everybody? How are you all doing? Welcome to Astropods. I am Hassan. To this podcast, I'll be talking to you guys about the drop in the U.S. life expectancy. What is life expectancy? Why the drop? What's the bright side? So many questions that you may be asking or something like that. So I'll try to do the best I can in this few minutes to explain it to you so I can understand. Alright, so U.S. life expectancy is basically the number of years a child born today would live on average. It is also a good measure to know the health of a population or of a nation, as you may like to put it. So, what is going on with it? Well, a report came out sometime, I think it was on Thursday, right? And the report basically says that our life expectancy has dropped by 1 year since the last time they did the same report. And now we are like at 77.8 years. That's on the average. That's what our life expectancy is. A drop from 78.8 the year before. And to other races, it kind of varies. The Hispanic live the longest, followed by the white, then the black lives the shortest. How can I put it? That I'll get to later. So now the reason is that, okay, why? And the reason why this is important is because this will be the first time since 1918 that we had such a drastic drop in terms of life expectancy. And we've made some gains in the recent years until, between 2014 and 2017 that the opioid crisis kicked in full effect, that we saw that there was a sharp drop in our life expectancy. It is very unusual for a developed nation to be having such a, like a volatile or something like up and down kind of, wave in terms of their life expectancy. It's supposed to be steady, but because America, we always having this issue is either with drugs or with the pandemic like this one, or something that always make us have this up and down life expectancy numbers. But let us focus on what is going on right now. Like I said, since 2014 between 2014 and 2017, when we had that opioid crisis, we've been having a steady increase. We've been having it nice. So now, if you have to split it down, all right, into males and females, I said that the life expectancy is 77.8%. Now, that's the average for both male and female. But if you have to go further down, it says that for male, it is 75.1. I'm not making, no, it's 75.5. And then for female, it is 80.1. Okay. So for male in America, the life expectancy is 75. And for the female, the life expectancy is 80. The point, let's not talk about that too much. Anyway, and that is a decline, okay? And the experts are saying that, well, many reasons are to be, there are many reasons for these numbers. The top on the list is the coronavirus pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic has really hurt us so bad, because last year was the deadliest year in America's history. We lost more than 3 million people last year. Of course, that the number that we lost to coronavirus, it is 490,000 people and still counting. But the point is that when we lose more than 3 million people, they are not all to coronavirus, but coronavirus helped to sort of hasten the number of deaths that we have, because some people that did not die directly from coronavirus, from COVID-19, they died from, from their pre-existing medical conditions. Those are the things that really hurt them. Those pre-existing medical conditions really hurt people, because now when you have those, like let's say you're diabetic, and then you now contracted COVID-19, it kind of make it even worse. Let's say you have some kind of cancer, just lingering cancer, small cancer in your body that's not even a big deal yet. But when you have the COVID-19, your immune system is now weakened, so the cancer now becomes stronger. So we lost a lot of people due to these things that COVID-19 helped to make stronger. And it's such a very, very bad thing. And like one doctor mentioned, he said that it's crazy that this country, we account for 4% of the world population, and we account for more than 20% of the deaths of COVID-19. And that is because the way we mishandled the pandemic. And that is really what is going on right now, because a lot of people are stressed out. A lot of people there's like, now you don't have a job, you are eating too much, you are drinking too much, you are taking too much drugs because you are not happy. And all of this ties or connects with the COVID-19. So these are the things that is going on that we have to begin to say, okay, it's not just the numbers of COVID-19, but it's the effect of COVID-19, how it has changed our national lives. And remember, guys, that there's still the residual effect or the after effect of COVID-19. Even when you have tested negative for the virus, you are still susceptible to all these other kind of feelings, from your headache to body aches to intestinal aches to heartache to many brain nervous system, so many things. I've been there, I've done it, I know what I'm talking about. All right, so these things happen, and some people don't get that lucky. But now when we start looking deeper into this report, it says that from Dr. Benga, I forgot Dr. Benga, right? It says something like the issue that we are going through right now is not just the pandemic, it's the fact that the demographic that is most affected are the black and the brown communities. And why is that the case? Because a lot of the people in the black and brown communities, they do the kind of jobs that they're in the front lines. They do this kind of jobs like cleaning, grocery work in the supermarkets and security. This kind of jobs that makes you in the front, that keeps you in the front lines. And those kind of jobs really makes you to be vulnerable or you are exposed to the virus, because you are meeting people more often than not. You cannot work from home, you cannot work from a remote place because of the nature of your job, and because most of these people in this demographic, most of them don't have good medical insurance. So now people are even scared to go to the hospital to go and say that they are sick, because they don't have insurance that they will accept. One, two is that they can't afford the medical bills. So a lot of people are dying in their homes because they cannot afford to go to the hospital and then thereby incurring debt. So many things are going on that this nation have got to really sit down and really examine how we got to this point. Because for a nation like America, our medical system and structure is really flawed, because we lost so much people to this pandemic, and it should not be so. But thankfully, there's an area of hope somewhere. Do you know why? Because like I said, this number, even though it is a sharp drop, and it might even increase as they conclude the whole report for last year, because this is just half of the year of 2020. This is not the entire 2020 report. Let's say our life expectancy dropped by maybe 2 years max or whatever by the end of 2020. This is the point that I want you to make, guys. That is, like I said, it's due to the pandemic. And because the last time we had this kind of experience, when we had a 11-year drop during the 1918 pandemic, what happened is that a year after the pandemic was over, we kind of recovered from that. So we are expecting that even after, when this vaccine truly spreads around the whole nation, there will be a semblance of normalcy, because we're going to get to a point of having herd immunity, and that will help us to come back and bounce back. So eventually these numbers will get better, and our life expectancy will even be better. It may take another year or two, but surely we'll get better, because when a virus or pandemic is the reason for the drop of your life expectancy, unlike when it's like drug or some kind of habitual things that they do in your nation, it's gonna go, and when it goes, you're gonna get back to normal. That's what happens all the time. So this is a thing of, it may be short for now, but in the very near foreseeable future, it will be back to normal. So I still love this report, and I'm just saying this, that the black communities and the Hispanic and the white communities that are affected. This is one thing that I'd like to say though. Lastly, about the COVID-19 vaccine and the spread of it. This is one thing that people do not know, that a lot of times the African Americans and Hispanic Americans are more susceptible to the pandemic. However, once they are admitted, once they get medical care, the blacks are more likely to get out of the hospital, whereas the white folks are more likely to die when they get medical care. Because I don't know why that is the case, but that's what the report says. So that is the thing that I want us to look at. And at the end of the day, for us to stop killing our white people, we have to make sure that the black people do not get the COVID-19 virus. So for that reason, it is very smart for America to do one thing, which is to make sure that they, according to what Dr. Gbenga said, that they must prioritize zones, area codes that are most affected, and make sure that those people get inoculated first, and then we can begin to really then extend it to other places. And that's my podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks a lot for listening to this podcast. Keep wearing your mask, keep keeping your distance. I remain as Sam Olarinwaju till I see some other time. Please believe me, everything is gonna be normal very soon. Thank you and bye for now. Peace out.